everybody, my name is Asher and welcome to my channel. I am right now 20 weeks on testosterone. I just had my third shot last Monday, but I hit 4 months on testosterone about 2.5 weeks ago, so I'm really sorry that I missed that video. I just had a lot in life going on and I was really lacking a lot of motivation. I was super tired because my T levels were probably really low, and just couldn't get that video out in time. However, better late than never. So here we are today. I figured I'd give you a little update. So a few weeks before my 4 month, I was putting out different videos called Testosterone All in One Place, and it was about the topical methods, pellets, tablets, injections, and different kinds of injections and things like that. So if you want to know more about those videos, you can check them out. And during that time I wasn't doing any real updates on my testosterone experience, so it's time to come out with that. So we're going to go over some of those changes again, just because there have been a few, especially since my shot a week and a half ago. So I figured, yeah, we'll do the 4 month update by showing you a video.
My name is Asher, and this is my voice 0 days on testosterone.
Hi, hello, my name is Asher, and I am 1 month on testosterone.
Hi, my name is Asher, and I am 2 months on T. Hi, my name is Asher, and I am 3 months on T. Hi, hello, my name is Asher, and I am 4 months on testosterone. Hi, hello, my name is Asher, and I am 20 weeks on T. Change in voice. So if you just watched that video of my voice changes over that 4 month period and you listen to right now, you might hear a difference. When I listened back to the video, I heard a difference that right before my shot, that 4 month mark, my T levels were lower because the first 10 months or so were a bit all over the place. Your T levels will drop pretty low at about the 10 week on testosterone mark using Reandron, and then you have your booster, and then you start to finally, like, you go up and then you start to even out a little bit, and I won't have such a massive drop this time, but this last round, yeah, it was exhausting. But what would happen was your voice will never go back to what it was after you start testosterone. It'll never be quite as high as it was. But I have found from my experience that whenever my T levels had started to drop, my voice started to go up again, just a little bit, just enough to be noticeable by some people around me and by myself. In the last week and a half, I've gotten more people saying, "Oh, wow, your voice is so much deeper now. That's awesome." And I can't disagree. I think it sounds a lot lower than it was, especially before this last shot. One positive, by the way, just little caveat here, I was correctly gendered last week by a couple of strangers, and the euphoria that you feel when somebody actually sees you and thinks you're a man, oh man, that felt amazing. So I just wanted to share that for just a brief moment, like, wow, finally getting accurately gendered a little bit. A friend of mine said, achievement unlocked. And I was like, I like that. I think that's very true. Achievement has been unlocked. So experience points are coming. Next we have the body hair situation. So yes, hair is growing up my legs and my thighs and my snail trail, and the hair on my face is coming in faster. I did go ahead and bought my first electric beard trimmer a few weeks ago, and before my last shot I went ahead and shaved just to see what would happen, and see how fast I would need to shave again, or how quickly the hairs like around here grew back in. on my neck, it grows in really quick. Within just a couple of days, I have to shave that again if I want to avoid the whole neck beard thing, which I do. I don't really want the neck beard thing. I think from this point forward, I'll probably manage the facial hair a bit. I won't let it grow as freely as I did between my week 6 and my week 12 experience, where this got all really, really like long and scraggly. I'm probably going to use the beard trimmer to keep it at a certain length. It was recommended to me by another trans man to shave often. And yes, it doesn't make your hair like suddenly grow, but as you get closer and closer to the bottoms of the follicles, you'll actually start getting that more like stubbled and less of the peachy stuff. So yeah, I want to see if what he said is true. So I'm going to keep not shaving it to skin, but keeping it shorter from this point forward, and just see how that goes and how often I need to do that to maintain a stubbly length that I like. So it's getting there, but obviously it's not perfect. It's a process, and we have to be patient. Hair loss or change in hairline is next on the list. So my hair, I've been using a hair, skin, and nail supplement thing. I really like my hair, and I really don't want to lose it. And I noticed that in the first 3-4 months on testosterone, it was just changing really rapidly. And yeah, I wasn't like having a massive receding hairline. Like that hairline it was there before I even started taking testosterone, and I don't think it's gotten any worse. In fact, there's actually more hairs growing here now that I've been using a hair that shampoo conditioner mix that helps to retain the hair that you have or helps thicken it. And then with the supplement, I feel like it's back to growing as quickly as it used to, and it just feels healthier and it feels softer again. And so I'm really happy with that because I like my hair. It's a thing. That's one of the things I really don't want to lose if I can help it. The Adam's apple, I'm having a lot of water bloat and things like that, and I get a lot of my weight in my neck and in my face a bit. So you can't, if it's there, you can't see it. Some people genetically, you never really see their Adam's apple. I don't know if I'm one of those people or not. So that, and that is also just something that takes a long time, because your vocal cords have to stretch in a way for that to kind of develop. And since the voice changes are an ongoing thing at this stage, it might develop, it might not. We'll have to see. Bones in face thickening. So if you look at the pictures that were on that video, you'll see some changes in my face. Some of that is from some weight gain, but my wife is adamant that the jaw has definitely popped out more, and that I have a more defined jawline and brow and deeper set eyes than I did. So I'd like to think that yes, possibly the bones in my face have definitely thickened some. And the rest of my body too. I was standing next to somebody that I felt was significantly like broader and taller. And I think I'm just standing up straighter in terms of the height. I don't think I grew any. Like my growth plates are done. Like I don't think I'm gonna grow anymore. But some people have said, you seem taller. And I think it's just that I'm standing up straighter, and it might be because testosterone adds layers to your muscles and a little bit to your bones. And I know that I had some bone weaknesses, perhaps, in my skeletal structure from, injuries and whatnot to my back. I'm wondering if the slow addition to that bone mass might be actually straightening me up a little bit, or confidence. Sometimes just finally being who you are, getting to be who you are, getting to live the way you have always wanted to live might add confidence to you, and you know, therefore you're going to stand up a little bit straighter. I haven't had top surgery done yet, and what I've seen commonly in a lot of other trans men is they hunch over to kind of like hide their chest. But I feel confident enough in the binders that I have. I don't have like an ultimate flat chest. I have what would be seen more as like that pec look, which I'm fine with. That's what I'd like to have naturally anyway, is, you know, build the muscles and have those pecs. So I don't, for me, in my dysphoria, I don't need to be flat. I just need to appear as a man. And I think I don't have a problem standing upright and kind of puffing, you know, having my chest more forward, because I feel like my binders do their job. So yeah, I think that might be why I'm standing straighter. But I used to hunch a lot to hide that chest area or to not make it so pronounced. And that has definitely improved for me, I think. Coarser skin, yeah. So despite my facial routine, you can still feel it. Like it is a little bit coarser. I don't think it's just from the facial hair. I think that the skin is a little bit more bumpy. Acne breakouts are more common, like around here, on my chin, along here, like wherever I've got facial hair growth coming in, there seems to be a breakout situation happening. So I'm trying to stay on top of that, but it's definitely just like it was expected. Being a teenager, it's an ongoing problem. So it's how well we can manage it, and our genetics that determine whether or not, you know, you're gonna have bad breakouts or not. And I've always had a mild acne issue as a teenager and as an adult even, and so this is not new to me. This is pretty standard. Next we have muscle mass. So I would say that when I exercise, I put on muscle pretty quickly. Just the last few weeks, because of everything happening in life, I have not been able to, and the exhaustion, I have not been able to exercise properly in the last 3 weeks. And there's definitely a loss of strength, but I wouldn't say there was a loss of muscle mass at all. That's actually commented on quite often as people like, I don't know why people think that this is okay, but they do it anyway. They'll like grab my muscles and be like, oh my gosh. They're like, or you just seem so much more broad, and they'll like grab my shoulders and feel the muscle, and they're like, oh wow. So I don't think I've had any loss of muscle mass. If anything, that's kind of like just growing on its own. When I haven't exercised, and then when I do exercise, I really put on the muscle. And thank you, genetics, for that. Fat redistribution, that's an ongoing thing. I think that the water weight and the weight gain from not exercising properly in the last 3 weeks and not eating as well as I could have has attributed to a fat gain. I don't know if it's redistribution or just me being naughty, but I have improved in those areas as well. I'm back on my metabolic diet plan and exercising every day. So hopefully that will fix itself up relatively quickly. As for the menses, I have had none. So that's definitely a plus, as I am not having the lady times. So very, very, very happy about that. So just as an overview of my general mood, I would say that from the 4-month mark up until maybe this last Sunday, I have been extremely tired. When I'm tired, I am cranky. When I am cranky, I am Tony. And it's always very interesting to see myself now as an adult going through puberty versus when you're a teenager going through puberty like I was supposed to. I can evaluate myself with a level of maturity and not make excuses for it. Just be like, wow, that really like is a teenager thing. Like that really is a puberty thing. So let me give an example. Let's say I'm trying to have a conversation, right? And it's something slightly confronting or something that kind of annoyed me or what have you. And I try to make a concerted effort, an intentional effort to not have an attitude. And yet, when the words come out of my mouth, it still has a tone. And I'm like, I'm trying to not have a tone right now. And it's even the apology comes out with tone. And I'm just like, I don't know how to control this. I don't know how to make the toniness go away. I don't know how to take the tude out of my voice. And there are times that I'm like, it's just because I don't have the fluctuation. When my voice is changing and getting deeper again, I feel like I don't have the fluctuation to speak in a different tone that would convey respect to someone. Like if I try to, back in the day, okay, sorry mom, I'm gonna put this out here. So back in the day, my mom would be like, you need to speak to me kinder. And so what I would do was I would talk like this. I can't even do it anymore. I would talk in a higher tone and slower in order to convey a better tone or respect. That was the only way I could figure out how to control my attitude in a way that my intention was received. With this deeper voice, I have a harder time doing that because when I go to speak in that higher tonality to convey respect or kindness or just trying to get a better message, I can't get that high. And so everything I'm saying sounds like I'm being a So to those who love me and who I love, if I sound like that, I really am trying to not sound like that. So I am sorry. And I really feel like I need to apologize for that because it is something that I feel like I can't very well control, but I know that if I say something that comes out not good, it's still hurtful, or is still taken in an unintended way. And so yeah, I am sorry for that, but I am trying. Beyond that, it is to some people who are very close to me, they have a tendency to interpret me as being more easily annoyed. And I think I finally figured out why. Internally, I am no more, less, or more annoyed than I ever was before. In fact, I feel less annoyed by a lot of things. However, the things that I do get annoyed about, I am more readily saying something about, when in the past I would not say anything, or I wouldn't bring it up, or I'd try to say it really nicely. And now I feel like I have lost all ability for tact, and I am a bit more blunt. And so I'm not more annoyed by anything, actually. I'm just more vocal about my annoyances. Again, I'm sorry. I don't know. I can't tell you why that's the case. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a man thing. I don't know if that's a testosterone thing. I don't know if that's because of a confidence thing. I have no idea. But I can say I am not more annoyed by anything. I'm just not scared of saying anything about it anymore. So now I just maybe have to learn how to say it with tact. Yeah, that's the honest truth. Um, Another thing that I've noticed since starting testosterone is I am quieter. Some might disagree. I don't know. But from my own perspective, I used to talk a lot. And whenever I get anxious in a social situation, I talk more. And I have found myself being more contemplative and talking less. Or when I do say something, I'm trying to be a lot more careful with my descriptions and with my words. Like, if you look back to some of the first videos that I ever did on here, you'll see how fast I talk. And I'm even listening to myself right now while I'm talking on the video, and I don't know if it's because I'm more comfortable in general, like in life and in my being, or more comfortable on camera or what have you. But this is happening throughout my life and in different situations that I'm just not talking as much. People ask me how I'm doing, and I'm like, I'm good. Yeah, had a lot going on this week, but I'm good. Or, I'm tired, but that's okay. Whereas before I'd probably like go into it more. And when they say statistically that men use fewer words than women, it was kind of always portrayed that that was more of a cultural thing. But now I'm wondering if it's a combination of culture and just the way your brain works differently with different hormones. Because now I'm more likely to be quieter than talkative. And I just find that really interesting. Yeah. We'll see if that sticks. I might go back to talking a lot. And in some situations, I do still talk a lot, which is why I think some people would disagree that I'm quieter. Because I don't have a problem having conversation with people, but I just find myself being okay with being quieter in general, and less like I need to fill a silence. And that might just come from a level of newfound confidence as well. It might not be anything related to hormones. So there are some things that you just don't know. And you can just evaluate as you go through. And that's part of the reason why I do these videos, is kind of as a vlog to see how I progress and see what I notice. And then to see if it changes again, and if I go back to talking a lot, or if I continue to just be in this state of being good and being okay, and therefore not needing to talk as much as I used to. Yeah, so that's about it. It's been 20 weeks, and this was technically my 4-month video update. And hopefully I will be able to start bringing some more topics to my channel. Maybe look up like some questions or what have you, from books or whatnot. If anybody has any questions, please leave it in the comments, and maybe I can do a Q&A video at some point. But I just really appreciate you coming with me on this journey and listening to my spiels of internal reflections and experience throughout this journey in my transition. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you liked what you saw, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.